Hi, and welcome to Turin Company, the mother-daughter podcast about everything. Our mission is to make herstory, aka history, not by going viral, but by doing something that has never been done before in our family. Whether we have 2 listeners or 2 million listeners, we are bringing you our very best, and hopefully we are learning and growing together in the process. Now let's enter into the Turin Company experience and create herstory, aka history, together. Welcome to another episode of Turin Company. Hey, do you guys know why the welcome is so important to me on this show?
Why? No, please enlighten us.
Well, to me, it's essential that everybody that listens to our podcast knows that we welcome them into our show. I want everybody to know if they're not welcome anywhere else, they are welcome here. So that's a very important. So every time I start the show, I'm going to be like, welcome, 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 welcome. So welcome, everybody. Let's get started. Today's episode, we are going to be talking about your feelings. Are you in your feelings? I got a lot to say about this, so I'm going to let the girls go first. So, Ariel, are you in your feelings? That's the name of today's show. Are you in your feelings? I mean, you don't have to be in your feelings right now.
I mean, I have been all day today.
Oh, my God. Yeah, she's been crazy. Oh, my God.
I will say I'm not as bad today as I feel like y'all are making me sound. But, yes, I am a little bit in my feelings today. And it's not even really for any particular reason. I'm probably just hungry. And that's usually what it is. Usually I'm either tired, hungry, or caffeine deprived.
No, that's what you think it is?
That's
like, sometimes I don't think you're hungry. I think sometimes you just get sensitivity.
That's the tea.
See that? So this is the thing. Because it's 3 people, you're never going to win. It's always somebody's always going to be out. Absolutely. That's why I hate threes. I hate threes. I hate them. So anyway, okay. So tell us about you being in your feelings, because Ariel, you do get in your feelings sometimes. So I just want to hear what your perspective of being in your feelings.
Walk us through the process.
Well, or just walk us through how you deal with being in your feelings or when it happens.
So usually I don't know I'm in my feelings until someone, usually one of you, tells me that I'm being in my feelings. I don't be feeling no type of way. I be feeling neutral, just calm, going about my day, unless something actually is said or done that actually like makes me aggravated or annoyed. Because of course, let's talk about it. When we say in our feelings, we're talking about annoyed. Because of course, you know, happiness is a feeling. Joy is a feeling. Sadness is a feeling. But today, I'm assuming we're talking about when we're, you know, crabby or,
not for me. For me, in your feelings is when somebody pisses me off.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, but
I get in my feelings. You piss me off, I get in my feelings.
if that's the case, then y'all are saying I'm always pissed off at y'all, and I'm not. I'm not always.
No, I'm saying that's my
that's just mom's
definition.
way, yeah.
But you get offended. Like, so for me, I think being in your feelings is offended. If you really, really digest or self-check in that moment when you're in your feelings, and that's a slang, right? Are you in your feelings? Because really, to me, it's offense. Because
Shout out to Drake.
See it? What?
Shout out to Drake in your feelings. That was a good song.
Drake ain't paying us nothing, so
Just saying,
we shouldn't be shouting out to nobody
He could
because he ain't
listen.
sponsoring this podcast.
You never know.
Very
Champagne
much.
Poppy's
Okay.
always listening.
Okay, so back to the being in your feelings, because y'all about to make me get in mine. No, but if you really, really self-check in the moment of the feelings, you are offended. So, like, a lot of times me and Chelsea, we will give you constructive criticism. It just happened earlier today. And you, I think, got offended by the constructive criticism, and then you got in your feelings. Would that be accurate?
I think that's a fair statement. Yes.
Okay, so in those moments, what do you think you can do better? Like, because you do it quite a bit, and then you'll be like, okay, fine, just forget it. And then you don't want to talk no more.
That's how I handle it. Because if I'm offended or if I'm annoyed or I'm peeved, by something, I don't want to talk anymore. Like, I don't have anything else to say because in myself, I don't have anything constructive to contribute to the conversation. So I usually am just like, okay, I'll not talk. I'll not want to talk. I'll not want to say anything else, because I feel like if in my brain, I say, oh, well, they said something that offended me, I want to say something that's offensive back so that they can feel the same way I feel. And I know that that's not right. So my way of self-checking that is just by not saying anything and just leaving it be.
But also, to go a little deeper, if you're offended, is that our fault that you're offended by what we said?
No, it's not your fault at all. Yeah. So once again, my way of self-checking is to just not say anything else and just say, okay, I don't want to go down this road.
Like being non-confrontational or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, everybody got to handle it the way that they handle it. So I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just thinking if in the future, if you reflected on those moments and really thought about what in that particular moment offended me, and then like kind of deal with it from that aspect, do you think if you did that, that would help you in the future not be as easily offended? Because sometimes it's like we're not even really saying deep stuff. Like, what were we talking about? I don't even remember what we said. What did we say about
I said
it?
she just likes to.
We were talking
like
about a celebrity.
You just feel,
and
the
she
need.
just shut it down. Like, I don't care about that celebrity. And we were like, wait a minute.
I didn't think you cared about that celebrity.
But we just mentioned it because we saw it. So I don't know. Sometimes you're more easily offended than others. And it's not, we're not ragging on you or nothing, because it's just, you just went first, to tell your side. Have you been offended lately? Have you been, other than today, when me and Chelsea were giving you that feedback about you? What was the feedback again? You said, Ariel, sometimes
you just feel like you have to express the fact that you don't care about certain celebrities or just certain things in general.
Right.
No, I wasn't really annoyed prior to that, or today or any other day. As a matter of fact, I was in a pretty good mood today, I would say.
You were?
Yeah, we can't tell.
But look how you just did that. Like,
yeah,
but it's like, we don't have to agree. Like, in our minds, you weren't. So we just like, so I'm saying,
you've got your perception and we have ours.
Right. In my perspective, I've seen you in better moods. Maybe because you're so agreeable. So usually you're so agreeable, but then those times when you step out of that I think that's what it is. Because sometimes you are super agreeable. Like, you're like, oh my God, yeah, fun fact. and then sometimes you're like, no, you just shut it down. No black, no white, just shut her down. And so I think it's hard for us to adapt. Like, you think you're in a good mood. You probably are in a good mood, but we feeling like, dang, what's wrong with you? But you said you was hungry, so. And you don't really eat Snickers, so we can't give you a Snickers so you can. Who do you think you turn into when you don't have a Snickers? Who do you think you turn into?
I don't turn into anybody.
Somebody asked me that one time at work. They were like, who do you turn into? I was like, the Tasmanian Devil. Remember that cartoon? Isn't it Bugs Bunny? Is Tasmanian Devil on Bugs Bunny?
Yes.
Looney Tunes. But that's who I turn into, because I get like so snippy for no reason.
And you just get into a whirlwind.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just spin out. Remember, isn't Tasmanian Devil, he like used to spin up,
and
right?
he destroys everything in his path. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
absolutely.
Hey, settle down.
You're the one who said it too.
Settle down. Okay. Come on, Chelsea. Are you in your feelings? Because I like to let you guys go first, because you know me. I always got something gorgeous to say about the topic. So, Chelsea, tell me about you in your feelings.
Oh, 25-8. 25-8, baby.
But
I wake up
though?
and choose violence some
every
days.
morning.
It just be like that. How do I express it?
Yeah.
Have you seen the way she looks at you when
there's
she
a couple
wakes up first thing in the morning?
No, because I don't really see Chelsea in the morning like that, especially with my new schedule at work. I haven't really seen her much, but I remember this used to it used to piss me off so bad when I used to pick you up from school. Like sometimes if you, back in the day, high school, I would pick you up and you would get in the car. Some days you'll be chat, and you would have so much. And then some days you get in the car and you have nothing. And then I'd be like, yeah, you want to go to this store? And you'd be like, yeah, I guess. And I'd be like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, is that the Capricorn?
Absolutely. It's a roller coaster. It is a roller coaster.
Shout out to Capricorns. It's Capricorn season.
Yes.
Shout out.
It. The national holiday, December 26th.
Oh my God. You want people to send you gifts?
Absolutely. Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, I take it all.
We have our Cash App. This is so shameless, like begging for money. We like worse than the people like on the street corners. Like, shout out, give me my birthday gift. I'm good.
Absolutely.
I'm the day. My birthday's the day after Jesus.
Literally.
Give Jesus his praise,
He
and
has
then come
his day, and I have mine.
Oh, so
Only
you're just
fair.
as important as
Well,
Jesus.
I didn't say that,
But
I
she
mean,
act like it though. You do be
Maybe,
acting like
just a little bit.
I tell people all the time, like you be wanting fireworks. and-
Absolutely, because that's
the
what I
earth
deserve.
to stop.
Absolutely,
Yeah, you be wanting all that.
Absolutely.
So, when is the last time you were in your feelings?
The last time I was in my feelings,
Yes. Tell the people.
was about probably yesterday.
Dang,
Yeah,
that's
it happened a
what
lot.
happened at work, at somebody.
Just somebody. Like, I just feel like you are not giving me the respect that I'm giving you. Like, how you gonna have somebody on delivered for 4 days? What? Who does that?
And this is for us young at heart people, because we do have different generations.
Absolutely.
to this
Yeah.
show.
Let me break it.
Delivered is
Like, I sent you a message and you haven't opened it on the platform for 3 days.
so you're not on red.
You're
'Cause
not on red.
Last I
No.
heard, it was red.
No, so you didn't leave me on red. You left me on delivered. That means you didn't even care to open it. Like, you didn't even open the message to
Like you just saw my name.
You
and was
just
like,
saw
"Ugh,
my
yeah."
name and was like, you know what?
And
I'm
this
not
could
even
be
gonna
a whole.
respond.
This could be a whole show of its own, because let me. I just was telling Daddy, their dad, my husband, 27 years. Shout out to the unicorn. I'm a married unicorn because I've been married.
Don't say
to my
that.
high
Please,
school
don't
years.
don't call yourself a unicorn. Please.
I like calling myself because I'm not.
That has a different connotation.
Oh, does it?
It does.
See, you got to tell me, because I've been calling myself a unicorn all week.
Okay.
So I was just telling Daddy that if we were dating in these days and times, I probably would be in jail because
And I know exactly where this is going because I'm
because
surprised
like
I'm
how
not.
you saying delivered and read,
Surprised I'm not.
like if I would have sent somebody a text and they didn't open it or read it or whatever, I'd be like, what? You gotta remember when I dated. This is so off topic. I'm gonna get back in a minute. I'm gonna come back around. I'm gonna come back. I promise. But when I dated, I called your dad's house and your grandma answered, and she'd be like, Neil ain't here today, or Neil, he go, or whatever. And then I had to accept that, right? He wasn't home. Somebody told me he wasn't home, or he wasn't home.
Oh, baby, now I'm going to get that location.
Oh my
And I'm
God.
going to pull up.
Oh my God.
Best believe.
Am I raising a stalker, you guys?
Best
Probably,
believe
most
I'm going to check
likely.
that. You better be ghost on Snapchat because I'm going to check it. I'm going to check it.
Okay, so we're going to say that for another episode. That is not what today's episode is about. Today's episode is about us being in our feelings. So you were in your feelings about this. You sent.
Yes, I sent
message.
someone a message and they left me undelivered for 3 days.
And so if that person is listening to this episode, you know who you are. You wrong. We're going
Wrong.
to give you.
I would leave you undelivered for 3 days.
Yeah,
but
we're
that's
going to
just
give
me.
you a not so good award. So, all right, let me tell mine.
The
Let me
stage is yours.
Absolutely.
Let me say, because
all for
it is my show.
You are a Tura.
Yes.
Tura and
I'm
company.
Tura.
And we are
I'm
just
the
the
Tura in the Turin company. Okay. So,
Mom, are you in your feeling?
all the time.
Tell us a little bit more
Like,
about that.
I think the question for me would be, when are you not? And you know what's so funny about this episode is I can't wait for us to upload it, because there are going to be people who know me. They're going to listen to this episode and they're going to be like, they're going to be talking to their radio, whatever they're watching it on, their device, and they're going to be like, that broad right there. Yeah. stays. So it's you got to be special to deal with me. I ain't even gonna lie. I told y'all that before.
Not for the weak.
Not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, I'm not for the weak. I'm not for the faint of heart. But if you down with me, you down with me because I'm loyal. I got some good qualities, but in my feelings. So somebody must have knew that we were recording this episode this week because all this week people have been trying it.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about work.
One of them may have been me this week. I don't even know.
Yeah, always. You stay. I don't even put you in the mix no more. But work, tried it. Grocery store, tried it. Parking lot, try everywhere I went.
Restaurants.
Yeah.
Restaurants.
Yeah, restaurant. What is going on with the restaurant people? I feel like the level of service in restaurants. Here go another podcast episode. It's just going down, and I just don't have it, right? So y'all talk about me because I always like, if you give me cruddy service in a restaurant, I will speak about it.
Absolutely.
And I'll make it.
You a Yelp.
So what she's talking about is
Yelp.
I went to the restaurant, and I went to a restaurant. My husband got out of the car, and he put our name in. He got out. I parked the car. Yeah, it was crazy because I drove. And I came in to meet him, and this lady, she touched me.
In a pandemic?
She literally, she was like, I guess it was a line to put your name in. And she touched me. She was like, and I was like, oh my God, the Holy Ghost had to get me because I wanted to call her so many things. And I was like, what? And she was like, the line is back there. First of all, I know where the line is. Second of all, I was like, my husband is in there. He already put my name in. I don't need you to tell me. I'm telling you, it could have went so many ways, but I was because you know what? It kind of caught me off guard. I will give it that. It caught me off guard because when she touched me, I was like, what? Like, why would you touch? Like, it's one thing to say, hey, excuse me, line's over here, but to be like tapping on somebody and coming from where I'm from, I mean, we live in Vegas now, but I'm originally, let's get it straight. I'm originally from Detroit. I lived in Detroit for over 30 years. And so that's in me. And so a lot of times when you approach me, you
can get snatched up.
Yeah, you're getting a D.
And that's just
unfortunately.
rude.
Unfortunately, you're getting a D a lot of the time.
Like I said, we is in a pandemic. Where have your hands been?
Yeah, the whole thing was just off. So it made me so angry. And then your dad was calling me on the phone because come to find out he wasn't in the restaurant. He had stepped outside because they told us it was a long wait. And I was so turned off by the experience that I was like, I don't even want to eat there because it was feeling weird in there. I don't even want to say the name of the restaurant. It was a steakhouse. It's a new steakhouse
that's known for their rolls.
Yeah, that's known for their rolls, and they were I don't know. I just had a vibe in there.
Yeah, it gives you the same vibe that Cracker Barrel gives you.
Yes. No, Cracker Barrel. I like Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel be giving you.
Okay, so anyway, as women of color, sometimes we got to break it out. Women of color, sometimes you walk into certain places
and you just get a vibe.
And I had that vibe. And if you know, you know. So there's
the girls that get it. The girls that don't.
Yeah, whoever don't get it. So let me tell y'all, I got to tell y'all about this. Me being in my feelings. And I don't even think she knows. She should know that I was in my feelings because I was so defensive. So a couple weeks ago, I went and got my hair done by my stylist. Shout out Ronnie Taylor, Las Vegas.
Love her. Mm-hmm. Best
stylist in Vegas. If you got short hair, give her a look up on Instagram, Ronnie Taylor. Anyway, so just to give you a little context and history, we as a family, about 2 years ago, we went on keto.
Yes.
We went on
2018.
Yeah, we went on this lifestyle. It was supposed to be a lifestyle, but we made it a diet, right? And we got really great results.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to post on our Instagram. We'll post some before and after.
As a family, we probably lost almost 200 pounds.
Yeah, it was like my husband lost 60. Chelsea, how much?
No, Dad lost 70. I lost 60, and then you lost 50.
I lost 50. And Ariel was up at college at the time, so she was like tithering with us.
I did lose about 20 while we were on it, though.
Okay, she lost about 20, but So I lost 47 pounds, and it was very noticeable. Like I said, we'll post the pictures. We'll dig the pictures out and post them on our Instagram. Which you guys need to be following us on Instagram, Touring Company, by the way. But anyway, so I lost all this weight, and so it was noticeable. And so during the pandemic, I didn't want to think about what I was eating, because if anybody knows about keto, it's kind of restrictive, right? You really got to pay attention. Like, no, it's like less than 20 grams of carbs, which, if you think about it, a can of Coke is like 40 something grams of carbs.
Those smoothies that you bought from Sam's Club were 36. That's your whole day.
Okay. So just to give you that context. So it's really restrictive. But we did good. I mean, we were so excited about how we looked, because everything was tight, and we just looked nice. And we were working out. We just were living a healthy lifestyle. But during the pandemic, COVID came, and we just we just fell off.
We didn't want to worry about a pandemic and then also worry about what we have to eat.
Yeah,
we just wanted to.
We just wanted to be free. Yeah, we want to be free.
Yeah.
And so during the pandemic, I was not getting my hair done. So I hadn't been to Ronnie, I'm going to say probably about a year and a half to 2 years. Mm-hmm. It's been a while. It's been a minute. And so when she saw me, she asked me naturally about, so I'm like, what happened? What happened? And instantly, as soon as she was like, what happened with, and she couldn't remember the name of it. And instantly I got my keto. You know what it is. You know what it was. And everything she was asking me, which were legitimate questions, which just like people ask you questions when you lose the weight, people ask you questions
when you gain the
weight, right? They like, what happened? But I have felt a little type of way since we gained the weight back. And I didn't gain it all back, but since we gained some back, I have a little, because you felt like such a moment of what? Elation and pride. You felt like I did it.
Right.
And now you felt like, dang, I'm right back where I was. Exactly. Like, what happened? So I feel some type of way. So instantly I got in my feelings. I mean, I was karate chop in my feelings and defensive. And so on the drive home, hair was pretty. She did my color. I don't know if y'all can see it, but still great color. On my way home, I was like, no, why was you acting a fool? Because this is how I talk to myself. I said, why was you acting a fool? She was just asking questions. There was nothing wrong with her asking. She was just curious. Ronnie is a little thing. To me, she's little. Like, she the last of the skinny people. I just told her that when I was there. I was like, you are the last of the skinny people. Like, I don't know skinny people. Everybody I know, we swole. All my friends, we swole.
And swole in this context does not refer to muscles.
No. They know.
We thick.
We talk about we thick.
Yes. Thick.
We
with
fat.
Reese's.
Pretty, hot, and tempting.
Oh, Lord.
But fat. F-A-T too. We got a little fat on this bus. Okay. So she the last of skinny people. So I think that even made it more like, my
absolutely
God. Like, because she's little and I'm big and I'm struggling to not be big and
almost like a dig, but it wasn't a dig. And
no,
you know it wasn't a dig.
I know it wasn't a dig. Mm-hmm. I know, because I know her heart, and it wasn't a dig. It just, I took it.
Right. That's
and
what
so
I mean.
That's getting back to what I was saying to you is, people are not responsible for how we perceive what they said to us, right? Mm-hmm. She didn't mean. She was not in a bad place when she asked me those questions, but I immediately took her to a bad place.
Right, yeah.
And when we're talking to you, we're not in a bad place. So you got to treat us like we're not in a bad place. And you got to take your role. Like I had to
step outside yourself and just really look at the situation.
What is that called? Self-check?
I mean, we can call it that.
Self-awareness.
Self-aware. Okay.
Self-awareness.
Be self-aware. So I'm trying to be more self-aware, but let me tell y'all. Listen,
it's not going to happen overnight.
If you see me in these streets,
watch your back.
Sleep with one eye open.
Settle down, both of y'all. Settle down. No, I'm just saying, if you see me in these streets and I go back, I revert like my hair, because it's natural. If it get a little frizzy, if it revert like hair, listen, I do the best that I can. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I got in my feelings. I just got in my feelings about that. So anyway, we just have to self-check. We need to be self-aware. And I was saying, baby, if you see me in them streets and I still go the other way, I'm a work in progress, because sometimes I just be in my feelings. Like, if you say, if I feel disrespected, do y'all, if somebody, like, have you ever been trying to do good in the world and somebody disrespect you while you're doing good?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just be like, what? I tried to help you.
I was doing you a favor.
Yeah, it's real ignorant. So them feelings, I'm telling you, we could go on all day about being in our feelings, but we're not going to hold y'all up, because this is a 30-minute podcast. And I think we gave y'all some good examples. Chelsea, you got any other wrap up in your feeling moments?
Just don't leave people undelivered for 3 days. I'd rather you just leave them alone. Like, read my message. Like, to me, that sends me the message.
Y'all help my child.
Please. Because like I said, I will pull up. I've got your Snapchat location.
Oh my
God. Pull
up.
It
sounds like I need to start saving bail money. I didn't know
just
that.
Maybe, just on the side.
I'm learning stuff about you shooting this podcast.
Yeah.
I am really.
So giving me a self-awakening. I don't know if
need you
that
to
was the
settle
right
down.
word.
It wasn't.
It's not. It's
not.
revelation.
It wasn't.
Revelation.
Revelation.
Listen, but the wrong philosophy on the wrong syllable.
That's not even what just happened. You just used the wrong word, but it's fine.
Oh my gosh. So, and what about you, Missy? Because you stay in your feelings even though you don't think you do.
I really don't. But you're right. We do need to self-assess and be self-aware of those times when we are in our feelings, even if we don't feel like we're in our feelings or anything like that in the moment. A lot of times we can't control how we feel about things that people say to us, do to us, or say about us. So, we just got to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves.
That's true. That's true.
What year are we in? Talking about something, better check yourself before you wreck yourself. This is not the 80s.
Is that from the 80s or the 90s? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Listen, we're not licensed. Don't be singing nobody's song. We ain't got time to be. We got to keep on the straight and narrow. So, what I came up and what I want to leave our viewers with, because you know what? It really, the reason why we started this podcast is because we wanted to show how normal, everyday people deal with life. And that's why we have these episodes. That's why we're going to continue to have these episodes. And we're hoping that we are connecting with the people who listen to us. And we're not just trying to sit here and be silly and talk about things, but we're trying to give you little thought-provoking nuggets. So what I came up with is, yes, you will get in your feelings from time to time, but don't stay there. When you feel yourself skipping down Feelings Boulevard, yes, I said Feelings Boulevard, stop and assess why. Do a self-check on why you're in your feelings. Most of the time, if you're honest, you'll recognize you're in offense and need to deal with that particular offense. Ask yourself, what offended you in the situation, and deal with that thing. If you begin to practice this, you will not stay in your feelings for long. I'm talking to both of y'all too, because y'all need some help.
You need a third hand to point to yourself too.
Oh,
that's
what they say when you're pointing at other people.
You got
pointing at you. Life is short. We have better things to do than dwell on negative emotions. Quickly analyze and turn those feelings around and do some good. I have not mastered this. I told y'all, if y'all see me in them streets, listen, if you see me in them streets and I'm acting up, just, pass me by or pray for me, do something. But I'm on my way. And join us. Keep tuning in while we turn this thing around and get, to doing better. We want to hear from you. Jump over to our Instagram at Tura and Company and follow us. Share your in your feelings moment. We want to hear. I want to hear.
Right. I know y'all got some crazy stories. I know I'm not the only crazy one.
Yeah, let us know how you'll turn things around. Listen. I'm giving you guys a call to action. I don't just want you to tell me why you're in your feelings. I want you to tell me, after your reflection of the feelings, how you decided to turn things around. And maybe, one of our future episodes, we'll highlight it and talk about it a little bit and tell you what we think about it. I mean, we're not experts, but, you never know. Sometimes we your girlfriends, we your sister friends. I'm auntie and they cousins. But we definitely will see you on the next episode. And until then, we pray something amazing happens to you this week. Have a great day and a great rest of your week. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. We look forward to you joining us on the next episode. Until then, be inspired and enlightened.